To solve equations involving fractions, we need to know how to add and subtract algebraic fractions. For example, if we want to simplify the expression x over 3 plus x over 5, we need to consider how we can get a common denominator. We know that the lowest common multiple of 3 and 5 is 15, so that's going to be our common denominator. We've basically times 3 by 5 because the lowest common multiple of 3 and 5 is actually 3 times 5. X over 3, in order to make the 3 into 15, we've multiplied the bottom by 5, so we also need to times the top by 5 in order to keep the fraction balanced, because the 5s would cancel out. So we have 5x over 15, and then we've multiplied 5 by 3 in order to arrive at 15, so we need to times the top of the second fraction by 3. So we have 5x over 15 plus 3x over 15. These are just equivalent fractions to the fractions on the left-hand side of the equation. So we're allowed to put this equal sign in. We can now add the numerators. So we have 5x plus 3x over 15. We don't add the denominators. And that gives us 8x over 15 as our final expression involving fractions. The general principle is to deal with the denominator and then solve. So in example A, we have x over 2 plus x over 3 equals 10. To deal with the denominators, I'm going to get a common denominator. Lowest common multiple of 2 and 3 is 6. So that's going to be my common denominator. So I've times 2 by 3 to get 6, so I've got 3x. I've times 3 by 2 to get 6, so I have 2x. That equals 10. So I can say I've got 5x over 6 is equal to 10. I can multiply both sides by 6, which will give me 5x equals 60. And then I can divide both sides by 5, which will leave me with x equals 12 as my answer. In question B, we need to get a common denominator again. Lowest common multiple of 5 and 10 is 10, so my common denominator is going to be 10. I've times 5 by 2 to get 10, so I'm going to do 2 times x minus 3, so remember it's times by all of x minus 3, plus x plus 2, because I don't need to times that second fraction by anything on the top and the bottom, because it already has a denominator of 10. That equals 9. Let's neaten up the top a little bit, so I've got 2x minus 6 plus x plus 2, I've just expanded the first bracket, or the only bracket, over 10 equals 9. We have 2x plus x is 3x, minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4, over 10, and that equals 9. I'm going to multiply both sides by 10, so I get 3x minus 4 equals 90. I'm going to add 4 to both sides, so I get 3x equals 94. And finally, we can divide both sides by 3. So we get x equals 94 thirds. We can simplify that. 94 thirds, 3 into 94 is going to go 31 times. 31 times. It'll go 31 times with a remainder of 1. So we have 1/3. That makes sense. Then we have 31 1/3. So x is going to be 31